Located in the spectacular surroundings of Glencarragh, this river drains the slopes of the McGillicuddy Reeks and flows through wild and rugged landscape before entering Carragh Lake. There are a number of access roads to this river from the Ring of Kerry Road on Kerry's Wild Atlantic Way. Noted for its run of spring salmon, this river offers an angler a truly magnificent experience at any stage during the season, but it might be difficult to focus on the fishing given the natural beauty of the surroundings. The many well laid out pools on this river will test your skills against the Atlantic salmon, but effort will bring reward in many instances. There is no better person to guide you along this unspoilt river than Mike O'Shea, who has an in-depth knowledge of this water.
This is the Upper Carragh Fishery in Glencarragh, County Kerry. The river is predominantly a spate river which flows through the valley. It flows from Clune Lake, far up in the mountains, comes down here through Blackstone's Bridge. It's approximately 12 kilometres long. Like I said, it's a spate river which allows all legal methods. Fly fishing, of course, predominantly, spin fishing, worming and shrimping are allowed here. It's a privately owned fishery. Comprises of 10 named beats on the fishery, which is in rotation every day between the anglers. 7 anglers and the river is full. They rotate every day, so everybody gets to fish a different beat every day while they're on holidays here for a week or a few days, whichever the case may be. Behind me is Carragh Lake. We have 20 boats for hire on Carragh Lake. It's a beautiful lake, salmon and brown trout fishing down there. A beautiful place to fish. Wild brown trout range about 3 fish to the pound, which would be general for the southwest of Ireland. The Upper Carragh Fishery is a privately owned fishery. We enhance the fishery with our own small salmon hatchery here in Glencarragh. We release 20 to 25,000 smolts every year in conjunction with the IFI and the Marine Institute. We fin clip our smolts, which are generally released in March to April, and they're distinguishable in the river from the wild fish. The fish are fin clipped, and usually we get 1 out of every 5 multi-sea winter fish here would be from our hatchery. It's a great way to help the natural stock of fish in the river. The fish are genetically from the Carragh, and we release 20 to 25,000 fish, and we find it very successful way of helping the Carragh system survive. And we average about 300 fish between multi-sea winter fish and grills in the year. For fishing on the Upper Carragh fishery, predominantly we use shrimp flies. Here we have some cascade shrimps, Wilkinson shrimps, band specials. You can also fish when the water is low with a few trout flies, traditional trout flies, Invictas, bumbles of sooty olive, a goat's toe, a good fly, also good for brown trout and sea trout on the fishery. When we're fishing on the river, we use a floating line with maybe a 13-foot rod would be ideal in the Upper Carragh, a floating line in medium to low water. And when the water gets slightly higher, we'd use maybe something like a sink tip, just to get the fly down a little bit, maybe changing the fly to a slightly bigger fly in heavy water. Sometimes the Upper Carragh gets flooded, and where we resorted to spinning if the fly isn't suitable. Then we use something like this, Devon minnows in various colours and sizes. They're quite good for spring salmon fishing, right through the springtime up to early summer. Most of the spinning on the Upper Carragh is done with the flying sea. Here we have black ones with a larger blade for heavier water, black and copper. Some lighter ones here, maybe a little bit brighter one here for dirtier conditions when the rivers may be a little bit unsettled. But spinning with the flying sea, and then maybe the minnows, a Devon minnow in the springtime is quite a good fishing lure to have for spring salmon fishing when the fly fishing isn't available. Maybe the river's a little bit too high or unsettled. We have three private lakes in the fishery. We have Clune Lake, Loch Coos and Loch Ray, and also Carragh Lake, which is at the bottom of our fishery here. We have over 20 boats for hire, so you can spend a nice day out on Carragh Lake, maybe in conditions are a little bit difficult on the river, or if you want to rest your pool for a little while, you can take a boat and spend a beautiful day on the beautiful Carragh Lake here, for instance, or Clune Lake or Loch Ray, fish for wild brown trout and fish for salmon as well. So something as an alternative to being on the river.